With complete honesty, I have never been angry with God, but I would argue with him on my way to work, saying, God, you cannot take my boy. You can't have him. You cannot take him. And he would say, Kelly, he's not yours. He isn't yours. I have just placed him in your life. And so I'd be like, okay, fine. You're right, God, he's not mine. But you can't take him because I can't survive without him. And he says, yes, you can, Kelly. You can. I will make it possible. When we decided that we were going to expand our family, we thought there is no way that we could love another baby as much as we loved Caitlin. But it wasn't so much when we found out that we were pregnant with Chase. It was when we found out that we were going to have a boy. Caitlin has always been a daddy's girl, so I was so excited to have a mama's boy. And I really did not want him to grow up. I just wanted to soak it all up and experience everything that he had to give us.
The kid had aspirations. I mean, he wanted to be on the Olympic team, and he wanted that achievement of being on top of the world. And most kids, you wake up on Saturday morning and they go watch cartoons or whatever, and Chase would be watching swim videos and trying to do anything to soak up the sport at that point of his life. And he had some aches and pains. I remember earlier, as we look back, and we attributed everything at that point to growing pains, or the season beginning and things like that.
He could not do a regular leg lift going down the sidewalk, and his partner could not push his head up to do a stretch while he was laying down on the ground. And I went up to him, I said, something is wrong. This is his heaven. This is when the kid thrives. You give him pain and he thrives. Something is really wrong.
We kind of figured it was maybe a herniated muscle or something in the thigh, some sports-related injury, a muscle tear or something. And we went to a doctor that within 15 minutes of us at the beginning of the appointment knew something was not totally right, because they did an x-ray right away.
And I heard Brad say, whatever you want us to do, we'll do. And I turned around and looked at Brad, and he was just pure white. And it just clicked that we were talking about cancer and how serious it was. Things started moving really quickly at that point. We were in battle mode. That's all it was. We were in battle mode. And as a parent, when you go through this, the kids lose their identity. They lose, with Chase, he lost the ability to be in the pool and to rock the pool and to lead his team. So you just want to build up their self-esteem and to build up their own identity. And all of that was taken away from him. Once again, I'm gonna cry. So we pull up, and all the staff is out there lined up, clapping for him.
You could just see Chase's eyes sparkle. At this point, Chase had won a couple state titles in swimming, and he had gotten the Philippians 413 blackout IMAX stickers. From an early age, Chase wanted to make the statement that he's a Christian and God was his strength. And so for him, after this year of intense chemo and 2 surgeries and just kind of being beaten down, for him to have that opportunity to meet his role model was so cool.
It was just a very uplifting experience.
We were at the hospital. Kelly and I had stepped out in the hallway while the doctor was talking to Chase, and that's Chase got the news that it'd be 3 to 5 months. And when the door opened, and I made a beeline to Chase, and I whispered in his ear, "I'll help you get a ring," but not really thinking that there'd be a wedding in 4 days. And
He can't control much in his life, but he can control when we talk about cancer. And so we've just always honored that, and we come to him and say, I got a question about cancer. You want to talk now, or are you not in the right space? We need to wait a little while. So I went to him a couple months before that, and I said, Bud, I need to know, do I need to bring you upstairs if I need to talk about cancer, or do you want me to talk about it in front of Sadie? And he said, Mom, I need to tell you something. If it was socially acceptable right now, I would marry Sadie today. That's what she means to me right now. So then the night of the doctor's appointment, he said, I need to ask you a question. I said, okay. He said, what do you think about me marrying Sadie soon? Yes, we support you. I told you in the hospital room, whatever you do from this moment forward, I support you 110%. So Sadie is an amazing girl, and knowing that Chase potentially has a limited time, I am gonna take that opportunity to allow him to have a wife with somebody as amazing as Sadie, for sure. So we were all in.
I mean, when you look at them and see how they look at each other, treat each other, talk to each other, there is a true love there. And who are we to not allow that to happen? And so it was just a no-brainer.
We didn't have rings, and we found somebody who would go in and get rings from a store and bring them. Didn't have dresses. Somebody opened up their shop and brought in the most beautiful dresses. God bless that day.
I mean, to sum it up, if you look at any wedding picture, not only were we all smiling, it was beaming smiles. And that's how truly happy we were that day. And 4 days earlier, we were told that our son would have 3 to 5 months. You couldn't tell in those pictures at all. I remember Chase kind of telling us, I just want the day to be magical. I want the day to be magical. And it was absolutely perfectly magical. Everything.
God has taught me that He is so much stronger. To be able to carry this, to be able to carry us, to be able to still love us when I know that He is sobbing for Chase too. He is so much more loving than I thought, because during one of my rants with him, I said, God, there's no way that somebody can love another person like I love Chase. And of course he said, I already do. I love him more than you do. I could understand that just because I pray for Chase to still be here, that doesn't mean that my simple human mind can even fathom what He can do through Chase's death. And yes, I still pray for complete 100% healing so that Chase can still be here. But I also pray that God can give us the strength to fulfill His amazing, beautiful plan, whether it's Chase being here or Him taking Chase home.
Chase has always wanted to live his life for Christ and let others know that. To know that, then that'll be our mission, to keep his goal alive. As tough as it is to think of this world without our chaser, I think that's the one thing that we could hold on to.
It's pretty amazing.
I pray every night. I'm not mad at all at God. I just want to do what's best for God and do it with all my heart. If He needs me to go home and be with Him, there's obviously a reason for it. Either way, I want to do what's best for God, and whatever He needs is the priority. So.